Yeah, we're doing
the number one Metro comedy podcast.
it's taking a lot to like edit the camera angles, so we're just doing the one camera.
Okay.
Back.
Next time we have you on, we'll have 3 cameras.
Back.
All good, man. All good.
Hey, what's up? New P Boiz episode coming at you.
What's up, P fans?
What's up, P fans?
What's going on, y'all?
Back at you.
We're here, very special guest, Alan Peterson, Detroit Motor City Comedy Festival, Suburban Hooligan, LA, P Boiz guest. Those are his credits. How's it going, Alan?
I was like, where's he going with it?
Those are your credits.
I'm gonna let him keep going. No, I don't have a lot of credits.
Quite
okay.
the
We don't have
resume.
any.
I'm marginally successful.
There you go.
But yeah. So what's up, y'all? Alan Peterson. Yeah. So I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks
Happy
for
to
coming
have you.
through.
We've been, I think we've been talking for like a bit over a year now about having you on the podcast.
Yeah, about
Glad
it a
we
little,
can
yeah.
finally get that
Yeah.
going. You and Matt Yaari have some history.
We do
You
have a
some
history.
beef,
We'll
I
take you
think.
through
Oh, no.
some,
You guys
some
have beef. You
Detroit
guys hate each-
comedy lore.
Definitely.
You know? It was about 10 years ago.
For sure.
Over at Laugh Tracks, which
Laugh Tracks.
no longer exists.
Where was Laugh Tracks?
Nova.
Nova.
okay.
Yeah.
Novi.
Commerce-ish area.
Yep.
And it was my first comedy contest. And I took home first place prize.
You did.
And Alan Peterson took second.
I took second.
And then ever since then, I let the win get to my head and I quit comedy.
Right.
You know, because I was basically the king at that point. And for Alan, it was kind of like when Michael Jordan got cut in high school. He's like, and he moved to L.A. And he actually made a comedy career for himself out of it. So
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, and it's never, and that's all true. All facts he stated, all
Absolutely.
true.
Look
So
at
it was like 2014ish. I think that happened.
it was exactly 2014.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what a memory you got.
Yeah,
He didn't forget.
He's just
but
like,
at the same
Matt
time,
Yaari.
I wasn't going to open mics like fuck Matt Yaari, like you know what I mean. I was still just
He's got,
That's why
okay.
I go to open mic.
The back, take off your shirt. His back has a fuck Matt Yaari tattoo. You know, he wakes up every day.
I just continued on, and by the way, I don't judge you for leaving comedy for a minute because I did.
Oh, did you?
The pandemic fucked me up a lot. Like I stopped for basically 2 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
I started comedy when I went away to college at Syracuse University in 2009. Graduated, came back, lost to Matt Yaari.
Right.
And then after 2.5 years here, building up money, working at and all these other places, hustling, because
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends in LA that graduated with me from Syracuse.
Okay.
But I had to get money. My parents couldn't bankroll shit.
Sure.
So I had to 2.5 years hustling, doing mics, doing shows. And then I went out to LA and that's where I have been since September 10th, 2015. So it's just
There you go.
been 10 years, but it's been a rough. It's been like this though. Like I don't want to give the people the impression
That it was
I
sunshine
would,
and roses.
like, and I'm still might retire honestly because I put out this special, my blood, heart, sweat, and tears, bankrolled it myself, got the venue myself. You know what I mean?
It's a thankless job, you know?
And it's just like I started 15 fucking to 16 now years ago, and just to have people just be like, oh, that's good, and then boop, my money didn't change, more opportunities didn't come, like so. Let me just tell you, like this game can be a fucking nightmare.
Sure.
And if you want to keep your sanity, sometimes you have to step away. At least for me, because I'm not gonna let this business or something fickle like show business fuck up my mentality, my emotions, my family, my girlfriend. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
I mean, everybody knows if you're trying to make money with any type of a creative pursuit, you know, it doesn't just it's not like a straight line thing where, you know, step by step you just do the steps and it works. It's a fucking roller coaster.
Without
and you're gonna
question.
get your ass handed to you,
Yeah.
and there's no guarantee of anything.
Yeah.
And you have to do it because you love it. I know it sounds fucking cliche,
Yeah.
but like when I stopped doing comedy basically for a couple years, I took a job in Miami, and then I moved to New York from there for a couple years. And New York is obviously a fucking golden opportunity to do stand up, but I just wasn't in the game anymore. You know, I wasn't in the habit of it, and I was caught up in this other job. And then when I moved back to Michigan, I was like, my heart just misses stand up. You know, like I need it.
Yeah.
And so now it's like I'm not banking on it as like this is what I'm going to do to, you know, pay the bills and feed my family, which I don't have. But I do it because it's fun. I do it because I enjoy it. And it's like if it makes money in the future, then that's fucking awesome. But, you know, it has to give you something beyond money, in my opinion.
I agree. In order to tolerate the bullshit, I agree.
Right.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So it's life, man. I think people forget just because we're funny for a living or whatever, hobby living, whatever, whatever reason you're doing this.
Funny presenting.
Yeah, it people don't understand. So I think they forget, like, oh, we're real people with real problems and real bills and real stress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then they just expect us to just be funny all the time and creating content all the time, and it's like not everyone has that luxury.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most maybe like annoying or biggest misconception when I tell people I do comedy. I think they expect that to mean I'm just always on and always on.
Yeah.
And I'm so fucking like I barely talk. Yeah. Like I need to be on stage or have a microphone in my hand to like that brings it out of me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like otherwise I'm just very quiet and I just observe and I just kind of like hang back. And everyone's like, that's the comic?
Yeah.
Well, come out to a show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Tell me a joke. Go
I think
fuck yourself.
most comics are like that, honestly.
Yeah.
Are kind of quiet and honestly a little bit socially awkward.
A little
100%.
bit.
And
fucking
people that
office.
surprises people.
Yeah.
They're like, you talk up there and talk about your dick for an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like
I'm only
different.
comfortable when I'm talking about my dick.
Right.
I'm not comfortable when I'm talking about the weather.
You're only
I don't know what's
comfortable
going on with the weather.
talking about your dick to a whole room full of people all at once.
Yeah.
But in a one-on-one conversation, like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So like
Right.
Everybody to listen to me all at once.
Yes, I love that. I love when everybody else shuts the fuck up.
listens to me. Yep.
So did you meet Adam here or in LA?
I met Adam here.
Okay.
So when I came back from college, in that little stint, I would go up to Michigan State where he was at the time.
Ah, okay.
And because I had homies there, because I grew up in Michigan. What up, Andover?
There we go.
Former now Bloomfield Hills High School.
Right.
Come on, the Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks.
Come on.
You feel me? So
Nobody wants that.
alumni, boy. So I came back, and my homie was up there at school with Adam. And I would party, you know what I mean? I'd get my
Which
little
Adam?
money.
Adam Fynke.
Adam
Okay.
Fynke, yeah.
Friend of the show.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, and I met him there. He wasn't doing stand up at that time.
Yeah, he
When I
started
met
like
him.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
right?
when I met him, he was not doing stand up, but that's the long answer. But yeah, I met him there.
Okay. And then did you guys move to LA together, or he just kind of came separately?
Separately, but around the same time,
Okay.
which is weird. And then that hiatus I was telling you about,
Yeah.
when I was coming out of it, and please shout out Adam Fynke. That's my dog, my brother for life, because he helped pull me out of a place that was very bad, and he was just starting comedy.
Okay.
So I was like the bitter veteran, and he was like the
Yeah.
rookie ready to
Yeah.
get in the
Cheery pup.
game.
Yeah.
And it helped, but I fed off that positivity,
There you go.
and it helped me get back in the game and like get that hunger. And
Yeah.
now I'm, he even directed and edited, and my special. He's a big proponent and brother of mine. So shout out Adam Fynke.
That's what Joseph did for me. All this peppy energy.
That's right, dude.
Really
My young
re-energized
hotshot
me.
energy.
it gives us hope.
That's what Malachi does for me.
Right. Yeah.
So that's my dog. That's how I met him, though, just in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
very cool. So what? Do you have a question?
I did have a question.
All right,
I
you
just
asked your
forgot it
question.
though.
God damn it, man. Yeah,
Let it come back to me.
by the way, we need to address something. A lot of people, I've been told, were very upset with my performance in the Coke versus Pepsi video.
What were they upset about?
That I didn't get it.
Well,
Do you think if you blind tasted Coke and Pepsi, you'd be able to figure them out?
Yes, honestly, but that's just because I'm fat, not because
I had that same exact confidence, and I was fucking smoked out of the water.
That was our last video. Was
really
Coke
Yeah.
and
Pepsi.
you couldn't tell.
I thought I did. I was confident in my answers, but I was wrong. And then a lot of people have been telling me the past few days that they would have gotten it or that they know better. But yeah,
Well, you're welcome to come do a P
come by
Boiz
the P Boiz,
episodes
Brandon
with us.
Mullins.
And yeah, was it Brandon?
It was
Mullins?
Brandon. Yeah. Shout out Brandon.
All right,
Friend
Brandon,
of the show.
put your money where
I told
your
him we'll do
hair
a
is.
part 2, and we should do like Mountain Dew and like something else, or
What's Mountain Dew?
I don't know, or Sprite and
Just
Sierra Mist.
Sprite,
I don't
Sierra
know.
Mist,
Do people
okay.
know the difference between those? I wouldn't
feel
be
like
able
more
to.
people claim they can tell the difference between Coke and
Yeah.
Pepsi versus
Yeah,
Sprite,
yeah,
Sierra
versus
Mist.
right, yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
even think they make Sierra Mist, right?
Yeah, I have
think it's
no.
I
called,
haven't seen it in the mid. They
Yeah, I
did
don't-
it
I don't-
retire.
yeah, I think-
Sierra
yeah.
Mist hung up the cleats.
Yeah, yeah.
ACL injury.
Sprite ended up running them out of town.
The OG.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7-Up is still hanging in there though. Remember 7-Up? Wow.
Yeah.
7-Up. Yeah, I can't even think of the last time I've had a 7-Up.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
no
I
one
don't even know what it
7-Up.
tastes like. I can't even think of the taste.
7-Up, isn't it just basically Sprite? Same idea. Sprite,
Same
it?
thing.
like
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
similar
Okay.
thing. Yeah, lemon
Okay.
lime, a lemon lime soda.
clear
All right,
lemon
we'll do
lime.
Sprite 7-Up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So how's comedy in LA? But what's that going like?
Yeah, take us
I've never.
through your
Yeah,
journey.
I've been to LA, but I've never done stand up in LA.
It's-
We're talking a bit before about it.
Yeah, it's just different. I
Yeah.
mean, first of all, you have to pay for time,
right.
which is the number one difference. And again, and like we were saying, I don't really know what the Michigan scene is like. I'm so far removed, but like the LA scene, one of the stark differences I noticed when I first moved there was that like I had to pay and it wasn't even for 5 minutes sometimes. Some mics were 3, which I also thought was peculiar. I was
How much for 3 minutes?
still $5.
$5?
God damn.
Yeah, so it's like I thought that was bullshit. But I'm coming
think
in
it's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm coming in with a Midwest mentality. We're here, we're polite for the most part, and sign up. And I think LA, in terms of the scene differences, is just way more competitive. Way more cliquey. Even though when I was here, I don't know about now in Michigan, but when I was here, it was kind of cliquey, low key.
I think, people say that things get, like, literally
Yeah.
every community of people gets clicky.
Clicky,
You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard of, there's this thing over here, and the people are kind of like, yes.
Yeah.
It's always clicky.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
have their
There's
friends,
click.
and they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Everything is always clicky.
Yeah. So there's that, and then
Except for us, we'll have anyone on our open mics. Come
Right.
to Cops Corner.
Come and join the P Boiz clique.
Yeah.
yeah,
welcome.
the inclusive
This
click.
is just our new
Yeah.
clique.
Except for gay guy. No. Yeah, what were
and
you saying?
and outside of that, I mean, it's pretty similar. I mean, slotted wasn't a thing. I don't know if everyone knows what slotted is.
Tell the fans what slotted is.
Slotted is essentially an online pre-sign up to the open mics. And the one I'd go to in LA is called Fourth Wall. Shout out Joe Manente at Fourth Wall in LA. He essentially first introduced slotted to me. I don't know about everywhere else, but to first introduce it to me. And you go online, and then he has hour blocks. So there's like a 4 o'clock, a 5 o'clock, a 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth. And there's 10 slots in each hour. You sign up ahead of time, and you just sign up for that hour. You go in. You have to stay for the whole mic. You can't just do your 5 and leave. That's like the number one rule he has. Is like you have to.
You can't sign up the next time if you do that.
Yeah, shit like that. So it's like, and some of the hosts. He has several hosts. It's a system now, but he locks you in.
locks you in.
Yeah, it's like-
They got to do like a comedy escape room where it's like you have to make people laugh in order to get out.
in order to get out. Yeah, but
That's hilarious.
But he does that for a respect reason. So that was another thing that was different to me because in Michigan, I'd go to New Way and just do my thing,
Like
and
comedy Saw.
you know, and just dip out or whatever.
I leave immediately after my. I don't watch anyone's sets, and then I leave immediately after mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
what most
people want to do.
yeah. But when for
That's what
Joe,
Matt Yaari does.
yeah, when
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
when Joe instituted that, he was serious about it because before that, when I first moved there, it was like any other mic. Show up, go up, you get your whatever, you leave. You know, it's no one gives a shit. You're performing in front of 3 people. They're on their phone. Like, it's all like kind of like Matt was saying. It's all kind of the same as you go to city.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the main differences, I would say. Yeah.
All right. Did you hit the road?
No, and that's the other thing is like, I wasn't willing to, when I moved to LA, I didn't want to live in my car. I didn't want to, so I had like a regular job and everything I did creatively or bills wise was coming from me. So I would have to pay to make my own tour, and then that would take me away from work, which means I'm not making money there. So it's like, that's why I was trying to say, like, you know, people try to glamorize what we do, and it's when you're not the one, or when you're not in the club system, or when you're not making noise on the internet, it's pretty because the market is so saturated now, I think, in terms of, you know what I mean?
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
And so you
Kill
have
Tony,
to,
guys.
you have to really, like you have to break through all this noise, and it's having you need energy, you need time, you need editing skills, you need resources and marketing and I'm just like, I'm one person, man, and like I got into this because of Richard Pryor and like the art of it, not for the fucking
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is, you know, you got to do it because you love it.
Yeah.
And you know, if you are hell bent on like, I'm gonna be on Netflix and do it, like, you know, go for it. But like, you know, I don't think you necessarily know what you're signing. You better know what you're signing up for if you want to do that.
That's all.
Yeah, you got to suck a lot of dicks.
Sell your soul.
Yeah.
You know,
literally and not literally. You gotta suck a lot of
figuratively.
dicks. Yeah. Thank you.
Figurative dicks. You gotta suck a figurative
First place.
dick.
Even in vocabulary,
There you go.
you son of a bitch.
It is what it is.
Matt Yaari.
That's cool. So what did you do for work? You've been doing the same thing the whole time you're there?
No, that's interesting. I when I first got to LA, I worked at Chop Stop, just a regular fucking restaurant, and then this furniture store, Living Spaces. And I did that for like 2 months, worked at Costco for a little bit, you know, just
bounce around.
twos and
whatever
fews,
job.
you know what I mean? And then eventually I got in at a production company that did reality television.
Oh, nice.
Okay. No,
And I was an assistant though. And I worked, but in the C-suite, so like CEOs and like president, so they were, you know, and they.
So you were
no
Harvey
big-
Weinstein's right hand man, basically.
It wasn't him. It wasn't not
He
quite.
brought them up to the hotel rooms.
And so I did that for a little bit, or not a little bit, 5 years. Then the pandemic came and rocked my world. My ex left me. The job I just said fired me or let me go. And then that was bad for a little bit. And then I was able to get into advertising at cable television.
Okay.
And now I'm at doing digital ad operation work.
Nice.
So it all kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And as long as it was kind of like this, you know. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that you can do both? Do you guys think you could chase comedy relentlessly and still have a full-time job? Do you think that's possible?
We were talking about this.
Yeah, we've
yesterday.
been talking about that because we're both basically sort of trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. I think whatever you do, it's going to take a lot of energy. Like if you want to be very successful in your career or comedy, I think you kind of have to pick your one thing and put all your eggs in that one basket if you want to be like super successful.
Yeah. I think it's if you want to live in Michigan and do that, the chances of that happening are slim to none because we just don't have the representation or the visibility here. Like the internet helps, obviously.
You're saying with stand-up?
With stand-up specifically, yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. But today, again, everything is all about your online presence.
Right.
And you can develop an online presence anywhere. But even developing an online presence, you got to fucking be all in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
If you have, a regular job, or I own a business.
Yeah.
And, that takes the majority of my bandwidth and my energy. Like, that's my first priority.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing comedy and this mostly just for fun on the side.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, with the amount of time and energy I have left to put into comedy, like, no, I don't expect that to ever blow up into like a major career.
Right.
Unless I get my business to the point where I can run it on just like a couple hours a week, even just like
be nice.
Maybe a couple hours a day, and then I really have the rest of my energy to like buckle down with the writing and creative stuff, then like maybe.
Yeah.
But I think you have to pick your one thing and just crush it first. And then I don't think you can really pursue both simultaneously. Just my opinion. Unless you have just like superhuman
Right.
discipline and
Bandwidth is huge. Yeah.
Like you don't fucking waste time on anything. You know what I mean?
I was reading about Anthony Jeselnik, and he had like a full-time job while he was like also starting out as a comedian and like getting regular spots at the whatever club he started at. And so he would always go up early and then go home because he had to be at work the next day.
Yeah.
And I mean, it worked out for him. So,
and that's what I'm saying. I think, and that's kind of what I think Matt was saying. It really just depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, because some people can hold more than others.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like some people think what I do, the balancing act I'm doing now, is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But if I look at other people, I'm like, damn, I got to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's all really what you can handle at the end of the day. And I know my limit, and then once I get there, that's when I'm like, all right, I need to take a second. But like to Matt's point, when you take that second, other motherfuckers are
Right.
Yeah.
It's cutthroat, you know what I mean?
it's like fuck, like I gotta fucking catch up now, or you feel like you're always catching up. So but I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I still love making people laugh. It's just the business around it that I hate.
Sure. That's what most people like. You get into it because you're funny and you like making people laugh.
Yeah.
And just the thrill of performing.
Right.
But then once it becomes a business, it's like a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that you got to deal with. That I'm not. I mean, I get by in business, but I'm no Warren Buffett. So
Sure.
Right.
that's me though.
I wonder if Warren Buffett had pursued comedy on the side. What would that have done? You know what I mean?
He could buy his way on the Netflix at that point.
Yeah. So
Start his own thing.
He can start his own streaming. That will rival.
That kind of capital.
That only airs his shit, even if it's bad.
The Warren Buffett Comedy Channel. All day. You just buy fans.
We like and buy views. Everyone sees it because you have that much fucking money.
Yeah.
Now I think now my ambitions are a little bit. It's kind of like Matt was saying, or like both of you were saying, is like you have to chase it all together. So I think in the beginning, continuity. I think in the beginning,
We'll cut that out.
yeah, thank you. All right, run it back. Like you guys alluded to, I think you do have to chase it like wholeheartedly and with all your energy. And I realize that now I'm 34, like I'm getting older, like I don't have that hunger, especially now I got a good job that's paying me well. Like,
Sure.
you know, it's kind of harder to be like, I'm going to stay in this Motel 6 and put my time in. It's like, nah, nigga, like I'd much rather stay at whatever I'm staying in.
Yeah.
And so I guess instead of the fame, the glory, and Kevin Hart money, I just want to be able to not have a full-time job and do comedy like you said, when I want, however I want.
Sure.
And then me and my girl are comfortable in a comfortable fly spot in LA. Doesn't have to be a mansion. A two bedroom I'm cool with.
Okay.
And so, but it's kind of like as I went through my career, it adjusted though, is what I'm saying.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
my dream, that dream I just described to you was not the was not the dream.
Sure.
Okay, not originally.
Yeah, it was. What I'm trying to say is it was much more grandiose. It was much more
Sure.
optimistic. It was much more like, I'm gonna own that skyscraper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and now I just want to
Gonna change it to
now I need a little room. There's a skyscraper back here, but like I want a little room in there now, just in the penthouse.
We're taking down
right.
the Hollywood sign.
Exactly.
It's gonna say Peterson City.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, let me just get a house in Burbank.
Yeah. There you go.
Please.
So how has LA changed since you moved there? Because a lot of people say that it has become a homeless wasteland.
Wow.
And I've been in and out of LA a couple of times, and I don't know. I didn't see the way that some people were describing it. What's it like living in LA now, as far as that's concerned?
I think it's definitely crowded. It's a crowded city, overcrowded city. So there's traffic all the time. But LA's always been that way. But in terms of the homelessness problem, that has gotten worse. I will say there was 10 years ago. It was bad. Now you got tent cities, like that you got to maneuver through, and also fires have gotten really bad in LA. Like just the hills, the mountains, they just literally, it's so hot and dry and windy, they just ignite. And so like there's been evacuations. I don't know if people here in Michigan know or care, but the Pacific Palisades,
They know, but they don't care.
which is what I figured. That's just not to get sidetracked, but I feel like Midwesterners or like even people in the East Coast, when the South or the West gets fucked up by like weather, I feel like it's a lot of like, oh well, like, there's a lot of
shucks.
like, a lot of like, damn, like, all right,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like.
It's all the conservatives being like, good, those liberals are getting it, and then all the liberals are like, good, those rich people are getting it.
So. Yeah, everyone's pointing, and I felt even in LA there was a little bit of that.
Yeah,
like people in like Compton, like when they saw all these rich houses ablaze, they were just kind of like,
yeah,
not my problem.
Yeah, they didn't say anything bad, but they weren't like.
No.
Which
George Clooney's house.
Yeah. There was. I feel like there was definitely some people, and I didn't feel that way. My heart goes out to you.
There you go.
But
cast them in your movies.
But I did. There were some people I knew that were just like, oh, fuck them, and I was like, damn, like that's how you feel. Like,
yeah, man, that's kind of almost where we're at. Like as a society, we don't have to do a deep dive into Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
it's like
not.
people are so polarized on everything that happens.
Yeah,
and it's always like, well, fuck you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. To a civil war coming near you.
I hope not, because I'm not built for war. Nigga, I'm from West Bloomfield. Nigga. I gotta get with some of my neighbors, and they'll protect me.
Yeah, just crack some jokes.
I'm just gonna do a podcast during the Civil War. Give podcast updates.
What's the deal with militias?
You ever see your family step on a landmine?
Anyone else think the Civil War is pretty gay?
It's wild times, man.
Yeah.
But we're getting through, surviving.
That's good.
For now.
For now. God willing.
It's like America's going through a divorce.
So you think you're going to be in LA forever?
Yeah, my girl doesn't want to move.
Okay.
So, if it wasn't for that, though, I'd probably try to move.
Okay.
But I'm in love, and she's the one, and so
there you go.
Aw,
shout out,
sweet.
Shout out, and So I got to make it work in LA, which is okay. I mean, like I said, I just recently got a very good job, so
okay.
I'm kind of I'm on my way. It's
Okay,
coming.
that's good.
So
Good for you.
Let me ask you this, because this is something I've been curious about. I never asked anyone this before. It was once the what they call the Great Rogan migration happened.
I remember that.
Did the LA like?
That's a good question.
What was? Did the LA scene
describe
feel
LA comedy
different?
before and after Rogan.
Yeah.
Before I got to tell you, most of his followers and minions left with him like immediately. Like he went out there, and as soon as he went on his podcast and said, "I'm in Austin," niggas was packing their bags. They were so he in LA. He already had talk about clicks.
Yeah.
The Rogan clique was like ironclad. He essentially low key shadow ran the store low key. So like he was that was like the Tony Hinchcliffe, like the Jamar Neighbors, all those people he kind of helped. Even Jeff Ross to a certain extent, like that. That whole crew was definitely heavily present in LA prior to the pandemic, and so that they were people you had to respect and whatever. So they were big. But then when Joe left and said he left, the people that. First of all, anti-vaxxers, a bunch of those people in it that were already comedians were like, "I'm out of here." You know what I mean? They're like, "I could do comedy in Austin. No one's afraid of it." And meanwhile, millions of people are dying every day. They didn't give a fuck about that. But like, that's what happened. I would say their presence was felt, but I wouldn't say. I feel like when he went to Austin, he got. Not like he's a villain because he's whatever, but like he got stronger, or like he
powered
Austin,
up.
Austin was like,
yeah, he definitely did. He owns Austin comedy now.
Yeah, I call Austin comedy scene Joe Rogan.
Rogan
City.
Rogan City.
Yeah, that's kind of it's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Austin was not a comedy like mecca,
But
but now it's
one of them now.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you how, that's what I'm saying, how powerful Joe Rogan is. Like,
Right.
Sure.
He literally, by his own presence, made a scene.
Yeah.
On his own. And that is look, say whatever you want about him politically. I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to talk about that. But in terms of just looking at a mogul and a businessman, you can't do better than
He
that.
did it.
You can't do
He
better
solved
than that.
comedy. It's interesting because like, have you been to Austin?
Yeah, but that was pre Rogan.
Because I was in Austin earlier this year doing open mics, and all the open micers were I said at the time, like they're not doing jokes, they're just trying to say whatever buzz click words would get them on Kill Tony. And,
Correct.
And it was kind of cringe to watch. They weren't funny. And I felt like that wasn't the opinion that everyone had. But now there's like Mark Maron or like other like comedians who are going against the Rogan sphere and saying like, oh, actually they're not funny and they're being offensive. And
well, who's when he says they're not funny, he's saying Joe Rogan is not funny.
He's saying
or
Joe
the
Rogan,
people
but
who-
like the kind of the community that
yeah.
they've created in Austin of like Kill Tony, just a bunch of guys trying to be as offensive as possible with no punchlines.
I mean, I think. Actually, first of all, I never really thought Joe Rogan was a particularly funny comedian.
Yeah, I never thought so.
I think
either.
his last, like, maybe two specials were, like, his first ones that actually made me laugh a little bit. But, the more, like, I guess, established Joe Roganites, like Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one. That's a
one.
big one I forgot. Shane is a
Shane
big
Gillis, Tony Hinchcliffe. Who's the other, the Jewish guy?
Ari.
Ari Shaffir.
Ari Shaffir. Yeah,
So,
that whole crew. That whole crew.
I mean, I think those guys are hilarious. But I also think, there's this new phenomenon of people, like Joseph was talking about, who like, they're like, oh, I've done 2 open mics to prepare for Kill Tony. Like, people are going to Austin thinking that, like, Kill Tony is going to be their 3rd time on stage, and they're going to kill, and they're going to be comedians now.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously is fucking delusional, but also ultimately it has to burn out. You know what I mean? Like, your intention, and there's a lot of people doing it, you're going to fail. And then, they're just going to get a real job and quit. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Or be homeless.
You're not doing it. At that point, you're not doing it for the love of the game. Like, you don't love it. You've done 2 open mics, and now you think you're going to get famous.
Yeah.
You have to fucking write. You have to have pages and pages of shit jokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ate shit on stage for years.
Speak.
Earn your fucking stripes.
Bitch.
And so the people who aren't doing that, I don't... Sure, they're watering down comedy, but eventually they're not. Those people are not going to stick with it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm
the
saying.
whole game is who can. It's an endurance race.
Yeah,
and it's like they think they're just going to shoot for the top. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to. You don't microwave success. Like I mean, and even if you do, you're not going to last long because you won't know how to navigate. You don't know how to be on that level. Like when I did Kill Tony once.
Oh, you did Kill Tony.
And it was in 20. It was literally the first month I moved out there.
Really?
So this was back when Kill Tony was just
brand new.
Brand new. They were in the belly room. They didn't even have any big comedians on the panel when I was there. Like it was some random TV writer or whatever. Okay. This was October 2016. Right. And I went up there, but I had
realize it was that old.
And I had been doing, and it's all, I could send the link and everything, and so I did it, and it went phenomenally. But I think people were shocked at how good I was. But I had been prepared. I'd been doing mics with Matt Yaari. I've been doing shit. I started when I was in college, a freshman in college. I was 18 years old. By the time I did Kill Tony, I was 24. Mm-hmm. And honestly, bro, that was the easiest 1 minute I had ever. Like it was hot knife through butter easy, and that just goes to tell you, I really get upset when people think do this on some. Oh, I'm just trying to...
Just on a whim?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I take this shit serious. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this a long time, and I hate seeing motherfuckers like that win.
Sure.
Because then
how often do that? I don't think any of them are winning. The way I
more than
see
they should.
It's like, again, it's someone who's like, oh, I went and shot a basketball for a couple of days. I went and practiced my jump shot once, and now I'm going to get drafted in the NBA. So it's like, there's no reason to be upset by that.
Yeah.
You're just stupid, and, it's not going to work out for you. So just let them burn themselves out.
At the end of the day, so that's interesting. Yeah, man. But
were you trying to get on Kill Tony regularly when it was in LA, or was it just the one time and then you were?
I did the one time, and then I was young and stupid and didn't capitalize on it. Okay. And just kind of thought that'd be enough. And,
sure, yeah.
And that would get me in the store. Like I would just show up and Tony Hinchcliffe would give me would give me a fucking French kick, on the cheek. Ah, my guy, the guy that killed it I never met. You know what I mean? Like I was so I think in some instances when I went to LA, I wasn't mature enough just as a person.
Sure.
Because when you're in West Bloomfield, you kind of have a very... We call it, actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but we call it the Bloomfield bubble.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Heard that.
In the sense of we're so in this cushy, nice area. It's we kind of have a false sense of struggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So even though I was in Michigan and I was, struggling making money to go to LA, I didn't know what real struggle was until I got to LA because I didn't have my parents' house. Mm-hmm. I had to get my house. I had to do all these things. And so I kind of learned the hard way about certain things. And so I was naive in the sense that I had just moved there. I'm killing it at the Comedy Store. Oh, give me 3 months and I'm gonna be nah. Yeah. That's not how it went. So I think I should have played that way differently. I think I should have killed it and then kept coming back, kept being in their face.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how everything works, Yeah. Especially because we talked about, there's one aspect of again, being funny on stage and being an artist, But really, the difference is like the business side of things. It's marketing. It's showing up. It's networking. It's kissing ass.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think anyone would have predicted Kill Tony to be what it is today.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was sloppy and weird when I was there.
I mean, you know, it's any brand new thing is, you don't know that this is actually going to be a phenomenon later.
And now they're on fucking Netflix and shit.
Sure.
And I'm watching that shit at home like, these guys went to a place I definitely didn't anticipate. But what are you going to do?
Right. But also, I mean, they weren't that thing yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
at all.
Before Google dominated the internet, it was just fucking two guys in their garage.
Yeah.
So who's going to look at that and be like, oh, this is going to literally control the internet for the whole fucking planet? Like, you don't know that.
That's true. And that's why when I tell people I'm on Kill Tony, it's a badge of honor. They're like,
famous?
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, no, I was on Kill Tony, but like,
before it was cool.
early Kill Tony. I was. Technically, I can say it, but yes, it was many years ago.
Yeah. Our other co-host, Lemon, he was supposed to be here, but he hosted a show last night that it was like a bunch of Kill Tony guys were on the show. So I'm curious to hear from him how that show went.
Where was that at?
It was at One Night Stands.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mason I was talking to Mason, our other friend who he moved to Austin and he got on Kill Tony a couple times. He told me he had to do 30 minutes on that show. And I was like, I don't know that I could do 30.
What show?
The one that
at One Night Stands last night? Okay. You don't think you have 30 minutes?
I mean, I might, but like, I don't know. I don't think it'd be a good 30 minutes. And nothing against Mason. He has more practice, I guess, because he's in Austin. He can hit like 3 or 4 mics a night.
Yeah.
But I'd be, if I had to do 30 minutes right now, I don't know that I could confidently do like a solid 30 minutes.
Okay.
Would you guys do a special, your own? 30 minutes or an hour?
Yeah, I would. I want to at some point, but
we've talked about it.
I've talked about it for you.
I've definitely got 30 minutes I could put together.
Yeah.
I've been putting together, I could probably put together an hour if I had to. I don't know if all 60 minutes of it would be gold.
Yeah.
But I have at least 40 minutes of, very solid material. And then if I sneak in 20 minutes of like, it's good enough if the audience is rolling. You know what I mean? Like sneak those in as like filler. Mm-hmm. I could probably put together an hour if I had to. Yeah. But it wouldn't be necessarily a tight hour, if that makes sense.
So then would you want to put it out anyway? Or would you wait until it's tight? Pause, no, did you?
Honestly, it's just not something I'm thinking about at the moment. Oh, okay. But, me and Joseph have talked about it. Yeah. And it's so it's like just now on my radar, like, yeah, maybe I actually could put something like that together. So, maybe in the next year or two, we'll start to look at that project a little more seriously.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it like a few, maybe like 4 or 5 years before I consider like maybe doing 30 minutes for a special. But
really, like 4 or 5 more years?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. And you've already been doing it 5.
Yeah, but like an inconsistent 5 because like the pandemic hit like early on, and then I took some breaks like every now and then, and like the past like maybe 2 or 3 years is the most consistent I've been with it. But I want to get like a solid, like just feel really good about it, and before I put anything like permanent out as like a representation.
Yeah, and all right, fair enough. Yeah, I think when I did my special, I was worried about 2 things. Can I do an hour, and will it all be a good hour? Uh-huh. And who's gonna film? I'm not a production company, you know what I mean? So I'm like, who's gonna do it? So those are my 3 biggest concerns. But I was able, and will I fill out the room? I'm not famous.
Right.
Come to my special taping. Who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like there were certain logistical things that I was worried about, but you just got to go for it, guys.
Yeah.
Just do it. Don't like if you can do it, because at this point, don't wait for Netflix or HBO to show up.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't even need that.
I'm not waiting for that. I'm not like, and I know this is like what we were saying with the arenas. where like it's not like that's even in my scope of view, or I'm like, oh, I'm not going to perform in an arena. But it's like I as of right now, I'm not even like considering like, oh yeah, like I'll do a Netflix special or a HBO, because it's like I just want to like own all my shit, and I'd rather like I have a YouTube channel, I have all the equipment that I would need.
Yeah,
I can just fucking like, you know, do it myself and own it and make however much I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna make as much as I would on Netflix or whatever, but that's not even in like the realm of possibility for me. So I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, and I think you'll know when it's time.
Yeah,
you know when you're ready.
Would you go Netflix if they came to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's don't get look. Just because you don't need them doesn't mean I wouldn't do a deal with them.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
pass
that.
up that opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, like that, and they'd have to still be talking the right bread, splits, back ends. Like there's so much the specials, and even just distributing them that is a fucking nightmare. But that like I said, the more you get into the business aspect of it, it really fucks up your love for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sweet, guys.
So fucking sweet. Let's just bask in silence.
We gotta have
Moment
those
to
moments of
meditate.
silence. Yeah, we gotta take it. I don't know. Yeah, but that's cool. I don't know. So then what made you want to put out a special? Like when did you feel like the moment was like,
Oh my God, ever since I first saw Sinbad when I was young.
yeah.
He was my first influence, and then Afros and Bell Bottoms. And then after that I was watching Def Comedy Jam and Comic View and all of these people, and I just wanted that.
You already knew you were going to put out a special.
But yes. So even when I started, like the first time I ever went on stage, I was like, this is the beginning of me working towards a special.
Yeah.
And so that's why this one I put out is so dear to me, because I fucking did it.
Sure.
After 33 fucking years, I did it.
That's awesome, dude.
You know what I mean? And I'm proud of it. I know it's good. Watch it, Suburban Hooligan on YouTube.
Check it out.
There it is.
I know it's fucking Suburban Hooligan on YouTube. I know it's good. And if you watch it and you like it and you appreciate me at all, share it. But yeah. So
where can they find it?
YouTube. Suburban Hooligan. Alan Peterson, Suburban Hooligan.
Check that out.
Suburban Hooligan, Alan Peterson. I don't care how you type it in.
Yeah.
It'll pop up.
Yeah, that's cool that you had that. Like, I'm gonna put together a special. Like,
I thought it was gonna be an HBO special, because remember,
right.
I grew up on Chris Rock and
specials
being special. Like, damn, Bigger and Blacker. Have you seen Bigger and Black? You know, like shit like that. So, like I said, I thought it was gonna be that.
Sure.
But given as just, you get older, shit happens, the world changes. You learn.
You learn to temper your expectations just a little bit.
And but I did it regardless, and I'm proud of it.
That's a beautiful thing.
And hopefully, whether it's as we're speaking today or 10 years from now, I want a large number of people to see it at some point. And hopefully I'm alive to see it, but I hope people discover it at some point.
How many views you got?
Just 4,500.
Okay.
It's been out about a year. So it's like,
it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a check off it. That's for sure.
No, not quite yet.
So trying to get it around. Alan Peterson, Suburban Hooligan.
That's all good. I remember when I got into stand-up, I honestly never even had any like goals with it. My goal is just to get on stage that first time.
Really?
Yeah, I had no real intention of like sticking with it necessarily. Like, I just wanted to like get through that first, like feel the anxiety of performing.
Yeah.
And just like do that. And it was such a fucking high the first time getting on stage.
It was, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this. And it wasn't until like years later, like even recently, that I was like, oh, regular people just put out specials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I just kind of I had no understanding of like the industry or what a career in stand up really looks like. I just thought you go to an open mic and some executive is like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they just put you on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like from laugh tracks. Like you know what I'm saying?
That was like, because I had wanted to try stand up for a long time, and I would call Ridley's to do the open mic, and I would never get on the open mic.
Yep, I wouldn't.
But I just had this thought of like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do the open mic, it's gonna be incredible, and they're gonna love me, and then I'm gonna be there every week, and I'm gonna be headlining there like within a year, and I'm gonna be like I'm gonna start the Michigan scene, and I'm gonna make it a big deal. But then never get on, and then go to like open mics, and they're like, oh, there's already like people. I just didn't know about this because it's like it's not something that like if you're not looking for it, you don't really know about like comedy.
That's true. Yeah, you would never look for in certain places.
Yeah,
or expect.
Yeah, and then you find out about like different people's like rankings, and they're like, oh, this person is like at the top, and they can whatever, and then you're like, oh wow, this is completely different than how I imagined like starting in comedy would be, because I didn't even think that like anyone. I didn't think like anyone was like really trying to build anything in Michigan, and then I come to find out like, oh, there's already a scene established and there's already people in place.
Yeah,
weird to like discover.
Yeah, Detroit has a pretty fun scene, overall. I mean, it's not really a place where it's ideally suited for you to like really blow up,
right?
But for you to like,
I agree.
for you to like get started and kind of like learn what stand-up is as far as how to perform, and then take that and move to New York or some other place and really pursue it. But again, just running around and hitting local shows, like there is a legitimate, like very fun, plenty of very funny, talented people around here.
Yeah. A lot of I will say Detroit comedy scene is overlooked, and we don't, if you think about it, there's really no massive comedian that ever came from Detroit. Like we have a Eminem, massive rapper from Detroit.
Yeah.
Name one big from Detroit. I'm not talking about Robin Williams. He's from West Bloomfield and moved to San Francisco. That's different. A Detroit bred comic that's huge.
What about
there isn't one, I don't think.
Tim Allen? That doesn't count.
That's probably the closest.
Yeah.
Is Tim
but that
Allen.
that was like in the 70s and 80s. Like that was even before
late 80s, early 90s.
The scene was like built out.
Yeah.
We need a what I'm saying is what I'm alluding to is I think we need we need a Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
You're
for
looking
a while.
at him.
Yeah. Matt Yaari, Joe Rogan.
Detroit needs a Joe Rogan, and
I mean now this is kind of different than what you're saying, but like having Sam Tallent in the scene has been, I think, good for local comedy because like he is a name that people want to see and can see him regularly.
Yeah.
And at his show, he like puts on local comics, so it's like now people are starting to kind of see and interact with like local talent instead of just whoever the big headliners coming to town are.
Yeah.
But,
also, yeah.
I mean, like, outside of him, there's not really anyone like Josh can get a crowd, but
yeah,
it's like it's not and this I'm not shitting on Josh, but like it's not, he won't have that same crowd in New York or Austin
yeah. I think some comics just do work better in certain cities.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that comic though. I want to be able to go to any city, drop me in any city, and I'll kill it. That's how I like to think. But everyone has, especially now that you can really literally build your own niche audience. You can be successful wherever that audience is. So if I find out that literally if I look at the analytics that I'm popping in Idaho, I might want to move to Idaho.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just to get the money. But like
Just get those Idaho hoes.
Get them in them potato sacks.
Don't you know it?
What? It's fun. It's fun. I've been doing it a while, so I'm looking forward to doing the festival.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I feel good. I'm doing 20 minutes. It's gonna be good. It's gonna feel good to get back in front of a Michigan audience, a blue collar. You know what I mean? Instead of
those LA.
Yeah, I will say the crowds are definitely different. You asked about the difference in the scene.
Oh, what's the difference in the
crowd? The crowd. I mean, obviously, as you can imagine, a lot of buzzwords you don't want to say
in LA. In LA, more restricted.
A little bit. I would say a little bit, and I think here in Michigan it's more loose. Like, you could get away with maybe saying like
I'll be right back.
tranny or like
I can't say that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
What? How often have you come back and performed in Michigan since you've been out there?
Not very often. I honestly, I haven't performed here since 2018.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, and Joe just left for this part, but like,
be honest with me.
The Michigan, I never felt, and this is just probably an insecurity of mine, but while I was here in the scene, I don't necessarily ever felt like I was fully embraced.
Okay. I
felt like I was like, I don't know what it was. I just kind of felt like an outsider in some ways. And I also felt like, I think just because I'm from West Bloomfield, people thought maybe I might have been entitled, or I don't know what they thought, but and maybe this was all in my head, but like
it probably was.
And so I felt like when I moved to LA, I got more love.
Really?
And that was shocking to me.
That is surprising.
You know what I mean? So, and like I said, what's up, man?
Welcome, Tyler.
Oh, look who decided to show up.
What's going on, man?
Alan, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, I figured you guys were finishing up. I didn't want to...
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
But I was just telling Matt, I was like, and this is no shots, please, no shots at anybody.
No shots.
But I was telling him how my experience in the Michigan scene before I moved to LA, it was at the time, and I told Matt this, and I'm gonna say it again. It might have all been in my head because I'm an insecure guy at times, but I felt like when I was here, I didn't get the same love as I got in LA. I feel like I didn't get love from the Michigan scene until I went to LA. It was almost like they saw me do that, and they're like, "Oh, I respect him
now. He's legit."
Yeah, now he's legit. He's not just some goof from West Bloomfield. You know what I mean?
You know, again, that type of phenomenon is kind of almost a ubiquitous, like, human thing. You know what I mean? Like, wherever you start out, like, people will always remember you as, like, the young kid who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. And that is true in business. Like, I had a mentor from a business that I worked for, the one that I left Michigan for, and he was basically saying that, like, he was a big Wall Street guy. He's like a multi-millionaire. Yeah. And he's like, you know, the first place that you work, everyone is always going to remember you as, like, a kid. And you need to go get a job at this other place where people start to take you more seriously because you're coming from this other, you know, experience type of thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, the people who remember you as a kid will always think of you as that kid
until you make that leap.
You go,
and I felt like there was definitely a change. Like, I'm like, oh, so I had to move across the country.
Yeah.
For you guys to be like, yo.
Well, I mean, look, that takes balls if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, any idiot can just show up and start going to mics. If you're like, no, I'm going to start doing this in LA, you're like, okay, you're actually taking this a lot more seriously than, you know, the other
Tyler, what do you
person on the mic.
Yeah.
We can't
stand-up comedy blows. No, just kidding. Am I on screen?
He's the voice of God.
Sit on
I didn't know it was going to be on the podcast. I just wanted to.
We got Black Santa for you.
We're gonna be shooting some sketches.
Are you so?
Tyler, or
I just wanted to say hi. I don't know
Hey,
you.
nice to meet you, man.
You're from Michigan?
Originally, yeah, West Bloomfield.
Oh, okay. Not too
Yeah.
far from here. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
may remember him as the guy who took second place in the comedy contest that I won.
No
in
shit.
2014 over at
Wow.
Laugh
True story.
Tracks.
Look where Yari is.
True story.
That competition really skyrocketed his career.
P Boiz now.
It's the people. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. You got opportunities for out of that.
Yeah,
I guess.
there you go.
Yeah. How's LA?
Plug and promote anything?
Oh, LA's good.
All right. Never mind. Take your mic back.
No, I was just going. I don't know. Like so, LA's good. It feels good to be home though, definitely. And I'm excited to do the Motor City Comedy Festival, which is going to shout out Kyle Forsyth for putting that together in the Detroit House of Comedy. Headlining Sunday. Well, it's a triple headliner, so it's going to be me, all Michigan bred comics. So it's going to be Alan Peterson, me, Adam Fynke from Troy, and then Miranda Meadows. I don't know what city she's from, but we're all going to go there, all going to kill it Sunday, the 21st at 6 p.m. Come through. Oh, and watch the special. Suburban Hooligan, Alan Peterson. Thank you.
Linked below.
Do it.
Matt Yaari, do you want to say anything?
No, this has been a lot of fun, man. It's
Yeah.
good to see you again.
good
Thanks
to
for
chop
coming
it up.
through.
Yeah, man.
Really enjoyed the conversation, and yeah, this has been awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, and it is nice to meet you. Don't be mad. I appreciate it.
All right, big,
Okay.
big peace.